Alright, let's start making a little simple scene, like a forest glade or something. Let's just start blocking out something. I'll just drag in here. Let's put random Y rotate and push a couple of cliffs here and there. And with pressing 3 and Control we can just scale these guys up. Something like that. And now let's, with Shift and arrows, copy this one and move it back there just to fill it. Alright, maybe we can move these guys up away a bit more. Let's add some trees. Pick up the tree list and let's do some spruce first. Let's just spray them around here and there. You can also use the tree tool. We have tools for the trees. You can just let's pick up the small spruce and random facing, so you can just paint the trees and notice that it will replace the trees that overlap. But let's add some of these trees with Control selected, and I'm using the mouse wheel. I can rotate the object to pick up the nice angle for it. Right, a couple of more. Alright, let's do the swamp dead tree here and there. Let's scale these couple of guys up to give some variation. Okay. Then we could add some rocks to the ground. Let's use these guys here and there. And the big one also there. And I'm on the grid now, and pushing Shift and mouse wheel, I can rotate it with 90 degrees to get a nice angle. That looks right. Alright, let's put a couple of birches there for color. I'm using Control and dragging. There we go. And I guess we could use, let's find out, like a forest arc, this kind of object for the characters to enter the scene. And let's copy a couple of trees here. I'm using again the arrow keys with the Shift, and let's scale a couple of these for variation. Okay, now we can check out how it's looking by pressing F7. Alright, cool. There you can see that this movement area failures are because of the tree there is not in the grid, so the blocker is somewhere off of it. So one way to fix it is by manually putting some blockers there. As you see, there's no blocker in there, so let's just put movement and side blocker there and there, and that should fix it. Let's take a look. Now it's nice and clean. Alright, let's do a nice little pond there, or small lake. Let's go to the height map tool. Let's generate height map with 0 values. Now we can paint there. Let's do replace with bell curve, and with control down mouse wheel scales the radius, and the value is scaled by Alt and mouse wheel. So let's do like a 1.5 or 1.5 deep lake or pond here, like that. And then with a texture tool with crunch, scale that up. Let's put some texture in there so it won't be green on the bottom. And we can do also randomize rotation and some paint over there. Okay. Then we can use the water tool to paint water. As you see, it's completely black because it's reflecting the sky, and we don't have anything on the sky. So let's search for sky dome and put a forest sky dome here. You can see it's a like a huge half sphere, and we'll just place it there, and we get nice reflections. Let's tweak the pond a bit. Let's do like a variation in the depth to make it a bit more nicer, and we can smooth the edges out a bit. Okay. Then we need to add grass in here. We can use the grass tool. It works pretty much same way as the water on and the tree tools. But before that, I think that the water is a bit too high. So one nice thing you can do is select a object and right click and select all of this type. So it selects all the water tiles, and then we can just control drag the movement there to place the water height that we want. Same goes with the anything in here. If I want to remove all the dead trees, just select all this type. It also works from the object tab in the asset browser. So let's select all the ground like that. So we can use the grass tool. Let's use only the forest grass and not randomize the facing, and just paint away the grass. Notice that I'm leaving the pond area without the grass. We'll get back to it. And again, using control you can erase. Then let's search for grass, round, no height. This is like a small round patch that is good for this kind of a more organic look. We'll just fill out the side to make it look a bit better. Then we can use the sparse grass to break it even more. As you can see, the grass is also affected by the height, and we have versions of grass not affected by the height. As you can see, if I place the grass there, it's just flat. Here you can see that it's sinking there. But with these you can get some nice variation in here. Let's put some yellow grass here and there also. Alright. Then we could add some more details as some rubble here and there, smaller rocks. This is the more dense version, and here's the a bit fewer rocks. Let's just put them here and there. Alright. Then let's do some plants here and there also. These are again, we can just paint them in here, but I like to do that I select a specific one and then just put them in. Like this, and with the plants 2 is with the white flowers. Let's make it pretty. Alright. We can also, let's check out what other kind of plants we have. Maybe we could add something like more like gnarly dead plants on the water side, just to break things up a bit. And of course we need reeds. Like that, and lily pads. Just like that, and there's a bit offset. Something like that. Alright. And the menhir forest needs its mushrooms. Well, a couple of different types. These are the bigger ones. And small ones. Actually, we could use the raycast height to get them all over those rocks. And I guess we could use some fallen trees. Let's take off the raycast height so it won't be popping that much. That's a good place for a dead tree, and yeah, I guess that's fine. Alright, let's continue with the second part.